Well, the National Transportation Safety Board says a plane that crashed in Spokane last month had just been gassed up with the wrong fuel. KXY4's Jeff Humphrey broke the story on his Twitter account today. He joins us now live at Phelps Field. And Jeff, putting the wrong fuel in that plane proved to be a fatal mistake.
And Nadine, you know, there are safeguards that are supposed to be in place to prevent this type of accident from happening. Refueling mistakes have killed both pilots and passengers before, and now aviation experts are angry that it has apparently happened again here at Phelps Field. Witnesses say the plane lost power shortly after taking off from Phelps Field. Investigators at the crash scene were immediately concerned they were smelling jet fuel and not aviation gas coming from the leaking wreckage.
And the difference between the jet fuel that was on the scene and aviation fuel that should have been in the airplane, the difference is very obvious to an experienced investigator.
So that's why an FAA inspector then went to the company that provides fueling services at Phelps Field, checked their logbooks, and found that someone had put 52 gallons of the wrong fuel in the ill-fated plane.
The problem that it creates is it burns very, very hot. And what the pilot would have noticed is an increase in temperature right before the engine failure. Caused by a phenomenon called detonation.
This is not the first time a refueling mistake has caused a crash. Mark Pierce is an attorney who represents a man killed in Las Cruces, New Mexico, just last August after jet fuel was put in his piston-powered air ambulance.
The airplane was fueled with jet fuel, just like the Piper was in Spokane. Same situation, the engines failed right after takeoff.
Pierce's lawsuit alleges the refueling company in New Mexico wasn't using safety nozzles provided by Phillips 66 to prevent Jet A from being pumped into the wrong plane. The NTSB is not saying who made the refueling mistake here in Spokane.
It still is going to turn out, I believe, that the line personnel dispensed that fuel, because it's just hard for me to believe that the pilot would have put the wrong fuel in his own airplane.
Nadine, today officials at Western Aviation, that is the company here at Phelps Field that gasses up planes, did not return our phone calls seeking comment on the NTSB's findings.
So, Jeff, the city and county own Phelps Field, own and operate it. Are they saying anything about this NTSB finding?
No, not at this point. Airport officials, they want to wait until the NTSB issues its final report on this accident. Regrettably, that will happen months from now, but you could certainly hope and expect that behind the scenes, our elected officials are asking the questions to figure out a way to make sure that this very preventable accident doesn't happen again. Reporting live at Phelps Field, Jeff Humphrey, KXLY4.